Are we live? Hello? There's only 2 people in here. Oh man. Is that bad already? Where's my chapstick? Oh, it's behind my water. That's where it is. There we go. There's some lambs in the chat. Now there's some lambs, only 35, down from 50. It's usually 50. Now it's 35. Okay. You guys see the Christmas tree? I finally put it up. Is that bearish or bullish? It was bullish the first time, bearish the second time. So it's 50-50. There's something in the way. That's my chair. That's my recliner chair. It's been there the whole time. I don't know why it's different this time. Maybe I moved it back, but it looks good. He said there's something in the way. You can't tell what it is. It's been there for like 3 years now. You fucking gabagool. That was a good one. There's something in the way. Jason for 2 says bullish. I appreciate the 2. We got a shot. Hopefully it is bullish, man. We would like to see some type of relief rally come. That's what we're hoping for. We're hoping for a relief rally heading into February, and then that's it. That thing on the left wasn't there. Yeah, you guys are actually jabronis. That's my recliner chair. That's been there for 3 years. You probably didn't see it because the tree is lighting up the background. And now that the tree is in the background, you can see the chair. But the chair has been there for 3 years. What, you think I'm lying? I just put it there. Let's see if we can find it in a previous live stream. Wow, look how tan I am here. July 29th. Yo, look at how tan I am here, chat. Oh, I'm really fat though. Wow, I guess I am fat. Damn. Yeah, I was fat here, dude. Man, being fat sucks. I think being fat is worse than being poor. What the fuck, man? I guess what about this one? 3 months ago was August 18th. Yeah, still fat. Not as fat though. Yeah, no, I'm not as fat here. Well, you can't see it because I moved around. That's why it's not there. I appreciate it too from Jason. $80K invested in altcoins, 4 years, 13.5K today. Yeah, it's a sad story because we could have bought, coulda, shoulda, woulda bought stocks, but now you know for next time, man. There's always a next time. I just don't like how the light in the background is giving everything a hint of blue, you know? Should I make everything purple? Like the stream? So I was right, just like how I was right about the Taco Bell. Yeah, you're never wrong, man. Even if you said your name wasn't cryptomalicis, you'd be right. You're never wrong. More pain incoming to the downside. So we're really starting to see a breakdown in the views, which is not something that I want to see personally. Obviously, it's going to hurt my channel, but we're really seeing a breakdown in the views here. I mean, people have just left. We went from 2,000 every day, 2,500, 1,500. Now we're down to 1,400 views. So once we fall below 1,000 views, I'm just going to stop. There's no point making videos. The YouTube channel will slowly die, unfortunately. But that's how you know it's a bear market, when the channel starts dying. But I really like what I'm seeing, man. Like we're just not bouncing at all. It's just dead, which is good. That means there's no FOMO. But we do have blue arrows coming in on the 6-day time frame. The last time we got a blue arrow was right here. We're also starting to print red webs on the 2-day chat. This is a... Oh shit, we just got a red arrow. Oh shit. Oh shit. That doesn't mean anything. We got one here, but the fact that we got red webs... Yeah, we're getting there, chat. I'm telling you, this is going to be a fast bear market, dude. I think we're in February of 2022. Or January-ish. So December should be bullish, January should be bullish, and then it's down. That's it. Once we start getting some red webs on the 3-day time frame, that's how you know it's really bad. I mean, the fact that we have blue webs is the first time we have blue this whole bull run. You usually don't get blue in the bull run, that's the problem. So the fact that we have them now, just like in 2022, it's not gonna be pretty, man. So I'm thinking, I was looking at some stuff this morning. I posted everything in the Discord if you want to look at it. I don't really feel like, oh, I could just show it to you. I don't really feel like showing you the same thing, like making all the same shit again, but first thing is this. So Bitcoin is getting ready for a very large move over the next 3 months. This is the 2-month BBWP. It suggests a very large move is coming. Similar to 2020, similar to 2015 and 2014. So you have to place your bet. Do you think we're in here, or do you think we're in here or here? All right, which one seems more possible? This, or this? Because that's what we're getting. And the S&P 500 is doing something similar. This is the 3-month now. I think what I just showed you was the 2-month. This was the 3-month. So you're either going to get a 100% gain on Bitcoin or a 50% drop. So good luck to you all. The S&P is doing something similar where you're getting 8-day compression. Last time we had 8-day compression was, looks like December of 2024. And you had something similar in 2021 as well. Now, you also had it back in 2021, and the S&P went higher. So there's no guarantees the S&P is going to collapse. I'm just saying the last 2 times it happened, we did collapse. And something worth pointing out is the EMA ribbon has now crossed from white on the top to white on the bottom. It's not confirmed yet, but it's about to be. The last time that happened, we had white go from the bottom to the top, was early 2023, signaling the bull market. So this is another potential indicator signaling the bull market has just come to an end. You don't have to believe it if you don't want to. Last time we went from the top to the bottom was middle of 2022. Looks like February. So once again, another indicator suggesting that we're probably somewhere in here. I don't know where, but you get the idea. 9-day bear signal. We just got that to print yesterday, or maybe it just printed. I don't know. I haven't been watching every single time frame. I just went through them this morning. So first bear signal since we turned bullish back in 2023. If you can see it, looks like it's cropped out, but it's right here. Can't really tell, but it's right here. Green arrow. Just printed a bear signal. Don't yet have one on the 10-day. Okay, I found out that the 12-day is the best. Looks like when you get a bear signal on the 12-day, it just goes straight down from there. There's no point of return back to that point until you basically bottom and go back up. We don't have that right now, but I'll let you know when it prints. I think the 12-day is the best for this potential indicator, but as of now, we do not have it. 10-day bear print on MicroStrategy. Last time that happened was, again, 2022. That's exactly what we have right now. 10-day bear print, or whatever time frame, yeah. Also worth noting, the heat map for Bitcoin has just turned light blue for the 5-day time frame. The reason I'm using specific time frames is because anything higher than 5-day, you do not have the blue candle. I will keep you posted. Last time we turned light blue was again 2022. Keep in mind that all throughout the bull market, we never printed a blue candle. We had a green candle in spring, but it was never blue. Okay, this indicates that the market is cooling. Every time we make a higher low, we're actually getting colder, which means that eventually you keep dipping your toes in the water, the polar bear is going to pull you under. So it's only a matter of time before the polar bear pulls us under, in my opinion. MicroStrategy is already cold. Okay? MicroStrategy had a cool bar print in 2025 in the spring. Now we're, I don't know if you want to say ice cold, but you're actually 2 steps. This is light blue, this is like blue, and this is dark blue. So we're dark blue now. All right, worth noting in 2022, the whole bear market was cold. So again, you can see dark blue in the spring of 2022, and then in the summer of 2022, it turned like deep ocean blue, bottom of the abyss. So another indicator suggesting that we're much further along than people are anticipating. 8-day time frame for Bitcoin is now light green. This is yellow. This is yellow. This is light green. Again, the 8-day time frame is a big deal. The entire bull market, you can see in the corner, was green. This is the first time the momentum is turning. Even though we're making higher lows, which people are saying is bullish, we're getting colder, which means, again, there's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before we go deep into the ocean blue and the polar bear pulls us underwater. So I'll keep you posted on that. Just for reference, this is 2022. We were green, then we turned blue, and then we got sucked into the ocean. And we do not have a 12-day bear print just yet, as I told you before. We got a bull print in the beginning of 2023. No bear print yet. Once you print bear, you go straight down. It happened both times. I can't really see it, but you can see it right here. So almost every indicator, class dismissed. Almost every fucking indicator says this is where we are, chat. All right. So maybe it's different this time and we go up to make a new all-time high, but you can see now this is actually a random time frame as well. This is a 13-day time frame. I just added it to my chart this morning because I didn't realize that there was a 13-day time frame, but I guess there's a time frame for everything. But the reality is I use these time frames to check every single time frame and they're all matching. All right, this is 2022, this is 2021, or sorry, 2018. And you can probably guess where we are without me having to tell you. Excuse me. Again, this is the 13-day time frame. You did not break into this until it was time to go down to the bottom. You did not break into this until it was time to go down to the bottom. And you can guess exactly where we are right now. We're sitting on top of it. So every indicator is pretty much saying the same thing. A new pull, okay, new pull also made a new low, even though the price made a higher low. People are saying higher low is bullish. I'm telling you, you made a higher low in 2022 and it made a lower low on this and it went down to zero. By the time it comes down to zero, the bottom is already in or it's close to being in. And it's probably time to start buying Bitcoin, at least for me. I can't tell you what to do, not financial advice. And this indicator also suggests that the bull market ended back here, which obviously we know that it didn't. But as far as momentum, you can see every market cycle, the top is moving around, even though the price isn't for the top, but the momentum is. So worth pointing out, again, you made another lower low from back here, which means when this turns red, you're already basically near the end of the bear market. So there's more than enough evidence to suggest that we're in a bear market. Here's another one, supply, profit, and loss. Again, the price made a higher low, just like back here, but you can see the indicator made a higher low. This time it made a significantly lower low, taking out the low from 2024, again suggesting, just like in 2021, the price made a higher low, but you made a significantly lower low, again suggesting that the price is actually in a downturn. First time this whole time from 2022, you actually made a lower low. So another data point that suggests we have entered a bear market. This one also prints many red bars. You can see we've officially turned out of the red zone into the black zone, which means the bear market has begun. And this one is a little bit tricky, not necessarily worth pointing out, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. But every year for the last 10 years, I want to say, this is 2008 down here, we've gotten 2 green candles or 3 green candles on the S&P 500, and then you've had a 15 to 30% correction on the 4th candle. So you can see you had 2 green, 1 red, 3 green, 1 red, 2 green, 1 red, 3 green, 1 red. We have 3 green candles right now. If I had to bet, next candle will probably be red. It'll probably be 30% just because the moves up are increasing, as are the corrections. Also worth pointing out that in 2018, the entire month, or these are actually yearly candles, the entire year was green until the very end. So the S&P 500, I believe, topped in September or August or somewhere around there, and then the candle ended up closing red. So we can be bullish all year next year and still close the candle red. Or we could just start off going down like 2022. But that's pretty much all the rubbish I posted this morning. I mean, I'm posting it for whoever wants to see it, but I'm also posting it for myself just so I can remember, like, okay, go check out where this stuff is now. It's updated. TikTok, mother bleeper. And that's my homework that I did for this morning. Did my homework in the morning today. So that's where we're at. Yeah? That's where we're at today, chat. We got Jason. Oh, I already read that. Appreciate the 2. Bitcoin Bajan for 5 says, bear market, can we look at Uniswap? I appreciate the 5, man. That's awesome. I appreciate the 5. Uni USD. Looks like Uniswap is not participating in any type of moves. It has been the same price for the last 3 years. I would like to think that Uniswap would get a bounce at some point to prevent it from going back down to the bottom, but if Uniswap does not go up in the next 3 months, you're looking at a very large move down. You can see this is the 618 retracement. You had a double top in 2024, indicating that the price is bearish. You just got rejected at the 382 at $9.17, also suggesting that the price is bearish, which means if Uniswap is not able to get back over $9 over the next 3 months, I would have no choice but to potentially say that Uniswap will come down to around $2 to $3 over the next 7 to 12 months. That's what I would argue. As long as Uniswap is below 890, it should come back down to $2.50 to $3. Because at some point, Bitcoin is going to nuke to the downside. Last time, this fell by 87%. Obviously, if we fell by 87%, we would go below $2. So I would say as long as Uniswap is below $9, you are looking for an extremely large move to the downside, potentially between $3 to $2. If you can get back over 912 in the next 5 months, then we could look for another rally to the 618 at around $16. I appreciate the 5 from Bitcoin Bajan. I appreciate the 5 from Bitcoin Bajan. Bear market until 2026? Probably, that's what it looks like. Sold all my Lunc at a loss. Is it still... Oh, it's still going. Yeah, that guy was telling us, do Quan trial. Nice call. Remember I used to call it Lunkadunk? Lunkadunk to the moon. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the light in the background is making me blue. It's giving everything a hint of blue. I'm not sure how I feel about it. $127 viewers. That's okay. I am preparing for the channel to potentially enter hibernation from around March. I think the channel enters hibernation from March until July. But that's another confirmation that it's bearish. There's no one here. What about ETH BTC? It's irrelevant. There's always going to be hula hoops to look at. I did that last time. Like, I'm looking at Toshi and I'm like, dude, Toshi's not even in a bear market. But when Bitcoin, or I don't want to say when, right? Let's assume it's a bear market. Maybe it isn't. But if it is a bear market, then Toshi will just go all the way back to the bottom around 10. And then this will probably be the bottom for Toshi. So Toshi at 10 could be a good pickup for those of you that are gambling. But some altcoins are going to do fine. It's possible. I actually think Luna Classic pumping like this could be foreshadowing the relief rally. Because if you look at when it pumped, we followed it up every time. So I'm thinking this could signal a relief rally. Even in August, there was a big relief rally, right? If you put Bitcoin on the chart, see how whenever Luna Classic starts pumping, we get a relief rally? So it's very possible we're going to get that relief rally now, which is good. I think we stayed down here long enough, which it's now it's Saturday. Sunday's the 7th, Monday's the 8th. If we're still below 90,000 by the end of next week, then that's perfect. Because the longer we stay down here, the more bearish it is. All-time high purchase of Link is a wash. Yeah, Link sucks. But everything sucks. It's not just Chainlink. It was just a really bad market cycle. Man, I was watching Jasmy this morning. I'm like, I really hope this guy doesn't hold all the way back down to 3, man. I really hope he gets out on the relief rally. I mean, I hope it gets a relief rally, bro. The worst case scenario would be this. It goes down, he sells it, it gets a relief rally, he buys back in, and then it goes down. Yo, that would be the worst case scenario. Oh, you can't even see it. That would be the worst case scenario for our friend. Bitcoin Bajan for 5 says, any idea about Wi-Fi? 96K on the horizon. I appreciate the 5. No, I believe Wi-Fi is on the road to 0. A lot of these coins are going to go to 0. Now, it'll never go to 0, 0, but it's just an expression. I mean, you can see it's making lower lows already. It's only a matter of time before the bottom falls out. It looks like you already had a 382 retracement, so every coin that has this 382 retracement has ended up collapsing. All right, Wi-Fi, in my opinion, is on the road to 0. All right, you had on 3 different occasions, 3 years in a row, 2022, 2023, 2024, all 382 rejections. That tells me that the sellers will not allow it past this price, which means that it has to go down. So Wi-Fi is going to 0, I think. Could you get a relief rally if Bitcoin gets a relief rally? Absolutely. You can most certainly see a relief rally back up to 8,000, but failure to break over 8,000 will send you down to 0. Whether or not it goes up there, I don't know, but if you do not get over 8,500, then the next price, oh my God, that was perfect. Look at that. Look at this dude. Look at this fucking dude. I think 2,000 Wi-Fi is on the horizon. That's what I'm looking for. I appreciate the 5 from Bitcoin Bajan. Bitcoin Bajan. The timer has officially begun, chat. We don't want to keep overcomplicating it, all right? Look, if you take your measurement tool and you move it out to 150 days, that's March. All right? Let's not keep it complicated. Let's make it as simple as possible, yeah? You overlay Ethereum on the chart. All right. 140 days post-top, Ethereum straight down. 140 days post-top, Ethereum straight down. Okay. 140 days, 50 days post-top is middle end of February. So the way that we're moving right now, it looks like you're going to get a relief rally in February, and then that's it. Should go straight down. And every other indicator that I just shared with you also says the same thing. So if you're looking for a new all-time high, it's got to happen in January. I already read that. All institution called Bitcoin 4-year cycle's dead. Now we're in a super cycle. They are all in now. I mean, I hope you're right, man. That would be great. The YouTube channel would do very well. A lot of people would get a lot of money back. It'd be nice. So hopefully you're right. But just be prepared if it doesn't happen, that's all. TNT Media is in the chat. Welcome to the middle of the live stream. Get your votes in, chat. Get your votes in. Get your votes in, chat. Am I ever getting a Crunchwrap video? You know what's funny? I went to McDonald's this morning and I said, "You guys have the Grinch meal?" And the guy said, "It's 8:15 in the morning." I was like, "All right, I'm never coming back. Fuck you." Yeah, I went to McDonald's to try something and I looked at the menu and I panicked because I didn't know what to get because everything is $7. I said, "Fuck this, man. I'm not going here." So I drove away. You can't even go to McDonald's anymore. I guess that's why I always went to Taco Bell because you could go for $3. What is a Grinch meal? It's overpriced anyway, I heard. I don't even know. All right, 55% of the chat says Bull Run's not over. So I like to see. Get your votes in, chat. 140 viewers, not bad. Doge Mars just joined the Discord. Welcome. I don't know if anyone cares. I particularly don't care about this rubbish, but I'll share it with you. Humpback whales, I guess that's what they call them. They're selling their Bitcoin. They've sold 60,000 Bitcoin in the last week. But they've added 50,000 Bitcoin in the last month. However, over the last year, they've sold 77,000 Bitcoin. So a majority of that just took place, looks like. Whales with 1 to 10,000 Bitcoin over the last year have sold 400,000 Bitcoin. Ask yourself, is that bullish? If the whales are selling, actually everyone is selling. Everyone is selling. Look, everyone is selling, man. Over the last year. Except for the sharks. What's up, Chris? Welcome to the middle of the live stream. I've got hopium that next year between tariffs and stimulus and Powell being replaced. Doesn't Powell not get replaced until June? Dude, by the time Powell gets replaced, the bear market's going to be done. Or like almost done. Because you got to remember, the indicators bottom early now, just like they top early. So there's a really high probability that the indicators point to a June bottom, but that's not the bottom. Just like they pointed to this and this being the top, but it wasn't the top. That's why I got my theory wrong, because my theory said the indicators point to the top being in Q1, which the indicators did top there, or here. But I was wrong because the top was here. That's why all the indicators are saying the bottom is going to be here. And people are going to say that that's the bottom, but it's not going to be. And maybe it is. I don't give a shit. I just need to survive to the move to the downside. That's it. I just care about the big move down. I don't care where the bottom is. If you are a bear market confirmed, you are the majority. I agree, honestly. Even though the majority of the chat says we're still in a bull market, directly invalidating your statement, you're right, man. The majority in the chat is voting bull market, and you're saying the majority is bearish. So I don't know how to argue against that, you know? It's like impossible. It's actually impossible to argue against that. There's only 46 votes and there's 140 people. Where's the rest of the votes, chat? Get your votes in. Get your votes in, chat. Maybe you're watching at home. Maybe you're watching on your phone. Maybe you're working. Maybe you're driving a mail truck like Harlem fashion. Just pull the truck over and get your votes in. But you can just see the sentiment is just not there, man. Your votes didn't include bearish. Well, it says where's the top. So if you're bearish, you would vote the first option. You can't pay attention to the chat. This was a Moonboy channel till recently, so most of us are Moonboys in here. See, Chris, another good statement. The problem with your statement is I analyze everything, and when we were down here, the chat voted 60% bearish, which means the chat voted bearish right before we bounced. So once again, the majority voted bearish and we went up, and now they're voting bullish. So while it is a Moonboy channel, they are humans and they do have emotions, and their emotions told them that it was bearish down here. So I think the real FOMO is going to kick in when we start moving up. I do think we're going to move up from here. I love that it's taking forever because I think the market knows that we went down less this time. So we can only go up so high. Because every market cycle, the drop is shrinking and so is the move back up. So this move down was only 53%. And now this one was only 44%. The first time we went down 70% and the bounce was 90%. So the moves are shrinking, and I think the market knows that. That's why we're taking so long to go up, because we can only go up so high to like 100,000-ish, which is why I'm actually really glad it's taking forever, because I would have gotten nervous if we would have just blasted right up. But the fact that we've been down here for almost a month now, you know, I mean, look at the views in the chat. There's nobody here. People are leaving because they gave up. Even when we were here, there were more people in the chat. There's nobody here. So if we roll over again, I mean, I think this would be the best case scenario. Like if we roll over again, to me, it says, holy shit, we're actually about to go straight down. Like not break the low, but just get bearish. This would get everyone to go short, and then we would bounce. Because I'm pretty sure the fees, the funding rate turned bearish here, so that was the low. If it goes bearish again, and then we go up, and then everyone back here said, oh my god, holy fucking shit, we're going to the moon. And then it goes down. So what I would love to see personally, I'm not saying it's going to happen because I'm not a TA guy, but what I would love to see happen to kill any FOMO is to have us move down one more time, but not break the low. This way we can say the next time we pump is going to be the exit pump. I think that would be the best case scenario, because then we would know, like, dude, it's bearish. Whales come back when retail is gone. Well, retail never showed up. I know we're retail, but we were here the whole time. So retail never showed up. Throw up the copper chart. I mean, listen, I get that you're a moon boy, man, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, right? I'm just saying that if we don't make a new all-time high by January, just be prepared for the downside scenario. That's it. I'm acknowledging that the market has a chance to reverse bullish over the next 2 to 3 months, but if it doesn't, I'm not going to tell you that it's bullish. I mean, I'm not even telling you that it's bullish. Every single thing that I look at says it's a bear market. Unless you specifically only look at bullish indicators, then you could say we're still in a bull market. But if you only look at indicators that are neutral, every single one of them says it's a bear market. Also, the fact that the prices are down 70% from their highs. How much is ETH down from the high? 60%? Oh, it's only down 47%. How much was it down here? I think this one was 60%. Yeah. What is Solana? Well, Solana topped early. Yeah, Solana is down 60%. What was it back here? 70%. Oh, man. I think we're good. I think we're good. The bull run or the move up should be starting soon, though. Yeah, look, even here you made a new low and the RSI was moving up. Yeah, man, the move up is coming, dude. This is your chance, chat. If we do not make a new all-time high by February, it's over. Like, I mean, it's over. Technically, it's already over if we don't make a new all-time high, but like once we reach this, if it does not go like this, you do not come back to this point till like 2027. Because then we would begin like, we might not even go down like this. It might be dragged out where it like chops around, you know? But I don't think that's going to happen because there's a bullish event in August. So we got to bottom before August. Or maybe not bottom, but like put in some type of bottom. We've got to put in some type of bottom before August. And if the 4-year cycle says the bottom is in October, then if we're at 100,000 in February, we would start moving down in March. Big crash in April, big crash in May. Maybe June's the bottom. We bounce up in July, August, September, and October. Yo, brother, if October's the bottom and August is bullish, then you need to be bullish by June. So the crash might be from February to May or even June. I'm telling you, man, if we don't go up by February, you know it's over. Because like now we're not running out of time now, but if we're still at 100K in February, we're actually running out of time for the bear market, which means it's going to accelerate. But that's what it always does. The bear market's the same thing as the bull market. It's down, sideways, down, sideways. Ours was up, sideways, up, sideways. It's just when it goes up fast. And when it goes sideways forever. So if we actually don't get back over 100K by February, now you're looking at 70 days of sideways. Which I think that's what this was too. This might have even been 90 days. No, well, it was 70 days to the top. It was 100 days of sideways. So yeah, 100 days of sideways would put us in March. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, bro. I think the top is in February. The crash is in March, April, May. The bottom's in June. July and August are bullish for the eclipse. September, October is the bottom. The bull run starts in December. Yo, chat, we're gonna get through this, man. I'm telling you. The only reason this bull run sucked so bad was because we bought shitcoins. If you would have bought Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, or anything that wasn't an altcoin, you had a great bull run. It just went up, sideways, up, sideways, up, sideways. MicroStrategy, it just went up. It went up, sideways, up, sideways, up, and then the top was in. So I think if we can just get to February, that should be the hardest part. Because February to June is going to be straight down if we don't make a new all-time high. And then it's going to be sideways for the summer, but the summer's the summer. There was nobody here this year and it was a bull market. The summer was terrible. So the summer's always terrible. Like literally the summer is always terrible. Now we can say we all agree. The summer was trash here. The summer was trash here, right? When did summer start? June 20th or some shit? The summer was shit here. The summer was shit here. Like, the summer always sucks, bro. The summer was shit here. It is what it, the summer was shit here, although August was very bullish, so that was an exception. Yeah, the summer was pretty good in 2021. Right, the summer was shit in 2020. So the summer is always shit. So if the summer's shit, then we have to crash before the summer. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I think this is it could be what it is. Because the eclipse is in August, yeah? That's the good news. The good news is well, there's one more. You got one more right here. This is the final boss. No, yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I actually forgot this was here. No, I'm telling you, boys. I think this is what it is, man. I really do. I'm telling you, there's gonna be some type of black swan in March. Something's gonna happen in March. We're gonna bottom in May or June, turn bullish, and then go down for the low. And then the bull run starts. Yeah, I think this is what it's gonna look like, man. Because I think the next yellow bar is here. We have no more white bars. There's one left, but our money's already gone, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so you got to get in here somewhere. So if you're going to buy altcoins, you got to get in here. Because that's where they're just going to go. And then the top is going to be here again for the shit coins. I think this is the path, chat. I think this is where we're going. Just a rough draft. I'm not going into the Eclipse Moon hole anymore because everyone laughed at me, but I'll do it on my own. But yeah, no, that's pretty much the base case. I think that's the path we're taking. Oh no, my chat's frozen. Daniel Delgado for 2 says Franklin the Turtle. I have seen Franklin the Turtle, yes. Not in a long time. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. I appreciate the 2. Helps out a lot. Why would the next bull run make us profit if this one was bad? Because this one was only bad for altcoins. But the reason why the next one could be good is because maybe it's not. Yo, maybe the Bitcoin dominance just goes to 100% again. I don't even care. That's why I don't care what it does. I'm done with the shit coins. I gotta find another plan. But I would find it hard to believe that we would come to 70% and then go like this. It's possible. Maybe that's what happens. I don't really care anymore, but I think this is probably the likely scenario. Which again, some people called this from the beginning. But I would like this to happen now, because if the dominance goes down in the bear market, then you're gonna see what you saw last time. I cannot stress this enough, man. In 2022, every time the market went down, the dominance went down with the market. So that's why we had this shitty ass bull run, man. You don't want that to happen. You want the dominance to go up. Bitcoin is still going to go up. Big surprise soon. Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. I honestly can see it getting so bullish to where it's like, dude, I think there's a lot of people on the sidelines right now, and they are gonna FOMO in at 100,000. As a professional Moonboy FOMOer, that's what it's gonna be. We're gonna get to 100,000, and then everyone's gonna see all the bullish news, like holy shit. And it would be bullish if it happens in January, but like if we're not doing anything in December and we're still down here, I think that's because the market knows we can't go that high. Because think about it, if it was a bull market, why are we still down here? Don't you think we'd be moving up by now? Which is why if we start moving up here, there would still be FOMO. But if it's a bear market, there may be another move, not to break the low, but just to like tug on the bullish indicators, and then we go up. And then when we get to 104, everyone FOMOs in, but then that's it. But also, I think the longer we stay down here, the more bearish it is because the peak, if it is a bear market, the peak would be here somewhere. But if we peak at 100,000, that's only a 10% gain. So we can go up 10% in one day. So if we float around like this and do nothing, and then start grinding up like this, then you can go down. And dude, this is already red. So could you imagine what this is going to look like by the time we get up there? Yeah, I can show you what it's going to look like right here. It's fucking exact same thing. It's right there. So the longer we stay down here, the more bearish it is. Okay. We got blueprints on the 3-day time frame. We didn't have that the whole bull run. So clearly the momentum has shifted. You got it here as well. So that's essentially what we're looking for. Something like this. I would like to see this personally. Also want to share that the tether dominance has potentially entered a bull run. If I could pull it up. If I can pull up the tether dominance. Oh shit, it actually did. Yeah, you got blue bars now. I mean, you could just look at this chart and see the bull run is in. Like, it turned bearish in November of 2023. And now it's turning bullish. So it's the pendulum has shifted to the other side, man. You had a big bull market, we just suck. Because think about it, if you were a millionaire right now, would you be saying we're still in a bull market, or would you be watching on the sidelines, waiting for the price to go down? We just want it to keep going up so we can try and get more money, but everything says it's over. But it was this. This is the indicator I wanted to share with you. It printed bear in 2023, and now it just printed bull, signaling it's done. So the bull run lasted for a while, man. It was a good run, but now we must prepare for the next battle. Get ready for the next round. Has been delayed by the shutdown. It could be. I'm rooting for you, man. I want you guys to win. I think the 6 weeks government shutdown. Is that the new Oh, it's the same guy. Trump posted big ticker on X. Yeah, I'm done with the gambling on the shit coins, man. It's impossible. Wow, chat. 64% says the top is not in. 64% of the chat says the bull run is not over yet. All of the data says the bull run is over. Look at this, man. This is scary. That's bad. Tether stock RSI. The Tether stock RSI. Let's see. Yeah, it's overbought now. But it could stay overbought for a while. Look. It was overbought from June all the way until September. That's 3 months. We've only been overbought since November. That's bullish. You know what's bullish? The S&P 500, man. I can't believe it. I don't know what's going to happen, but the 2022 bear market was like the last real bear market, man. Like that, the 2022 bear market really reset the whole stock market, dude. Like, I don't I don't think you'll ever see these prices again. Because I look at the S&P and I'm like, dude, oh, that's not bullish. It's making a lower high. Well, I was looking at the MACD. Yeah, see, it just hit overbought. Dude, stocks are just I wish, you know what? I bet better late than never, right? At least I know now stocks are better. You coulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda, man. Look at how many green candles in a row. Dude, this thing gets one red 6 month candle every couple of years and then it just goes up forever. How long is this gonna last for before we get more consolidation? That's what I'm curious about. You know? Like, when are we gonna get another correction, like a real bear market? We can't keep doing this every year, just keep going up to the right. Aren't we due for some consolidation? What is this 1925? Yeah, so wait a second. Hold on, that man, dude, these perma bears got me fucked up. Sorry, I was supposed to not say that, but I slipped. Dude, you're never gonna see a 1929 crash. The reason there was a 1929 crash is because the stock market teleported. Dude, you gotta look at everything on your own, man. These perma bears are selling rubbish. The reason we had a 1929 crash was because we had a penny stock rally on the stock market. I didn't even realize that. Look at this dude. Dude, this thing did a 4x. No wonder it rug pulled. And then it bounced back in 10 years is a long time, but man, y'all tripping, cuh. 2008 was worse than 2019, 1929. It took 5 years to recover, then it rugged again, and then it took another 5 years to recover. Aren't we due for one of these? How often do these last? Y'all tripping, cuh. This was 7,000 days. We're only at 4,500. We got another 3,000 days. Right? Y'all tripping, cuh. Yeah, nah, y'all tripping, cuh. We got another 3,000 days of a bull market. How many years is that? 8? Y'all tripping, cuh. Y'all tripping, man. We're good. We got 8 more years of a bull market. Y'all tripping, cuz. We haven't had 2 red years in so long. Well, that's what I shared with you before. We're due for a red year on the S&P. The pattern has been 2 green, 1 red, 3 green, 1 red, 2 green, 1 red, 3 green, 1 red. We got 3 green now. So if I had to bet, next year will probably be red. The problem is 2018 was red, as you can see. But if you look at 2018, 2018 was bullish the whole year until the last second in October. And then you just crashed from October down to December. So this right here was when Bitcoin crashed to the 200-week moving average. So if we see Bitcoin at 50K or 60K and the S&P is up on the ceiling, you're gonna get a fucking 2008 style crash. And the thing is, it is gonna be like 2008 in the sense of the volatility. But this thing went down 50%, but it took 2 years. It's gonna be kind of like this, where it just waterfalls down 35%. And then they turn the money printers on. Because Powell's supposed to get replaced in June or something, right? And the S&P could bottom before Bitcoin. So we could get something like this. Yo, this could be the trade of the lifetime. If the S&P does not enter a bear market in 2026, then this is the outcome. Assuming Bitcoin goes into a bear market, obviously. Because don't you think that this would be a reason to start the money printing? Don't you guys agree with that? Why would they start the money printers for no reason at all? Don't they need a reason to start the money printers? I know that's what everyone said. Yeah, didn't they start the money printers back here too? When did they end QT? Oh yeah, they ended QT here, didn't they? Somewhere. And then they started the QE back here, I think, in August, right? And then they ramped it up in COVID. And this could be why gold and silver are running so hard, because they know that inflation is coming, right? Maybe that's why gold is pumping. Because, yeah, look, gold started pumping around when they ended QT. What a run. This thing, oh, it only doubled. Get the fuck out of here, man. You got a 2x, that's it. Yeah, good luck to you all, man. I'm not an economist, but I think that could be where we're at. Didn't they start printing again? I don't think they did. I think they just ended QT. We almost made people think Bitcoin wasn't a risk asset. Wow, 65% of the chat says bull run. It's going up. The more people that vote, the more people the more people that vote on the poll, the more people get bullish. We're almost at 70% bull run. We need 50 more votes, chat. 34% says it's a bear market. Is gold and silver running because of anticipated inflation or anticipated price deflation? I think it's the latter. Inflation is cooling. I mean, in the short term, maybe, but if they do QE, inflation is going to come back. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're not going to see inflation until like 2028. Just like when they printed money in 2020, we didn't see the inflation until 2022, 2023. Which it lines up again with the lunar cycle. They're going to start raising interest rates in 2028, and it's going to be bearish. It's the same shit. It's just I got too cocky, and that was my problem. And I learned my lesson now. That's why for people that are coming in here saying it's going to be a bull run, maybe it is, right? We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But if it's still not making a new high by February, then you're doing exactly what you always do right before you go straight down. So I would have to believe that if it looks like it's going to go straight down, it feels like it's going straight down, the coins are not going up, and there's bad news coming out everywhere, right when it's supposed to happen, it's probably going down. And that's that. There's no reason to overcomplicate it. There's no reason to overcomplicate it. Lunc and USTC went up. Yeah, it could be sparking the old season we've been waiting for. You might be right. Max your IRA, kids, before you lose all your money. Yeah, I would like to start like a little, not a 401k, but like a fake one. That's what I'm thinking about. Because like I feel like if I started a fake 401k that I can only touch in emergencies, I would never be broke. Because the stock market just goes up and to the right. It would be like a savings account, but I can't touch it. I guess that's what a 401k is. You know, like if I get my paycheck every month and then I pay my bills and then whatever I have left over, just throw it in. I'm thinking about a couple stocks. Oh, I don't know if anyone noticed, but Netflix is down 26% and it peaked in August or July. That's not bullish. When have you ever had a bull run without Netflix, brother? But the thing that makes me upset is like 2022 was a real bear market. I don't know if we're gonna get a real bull. I don't know if we're gonna get a real bear market. So you may never get this chance to buy Netflix again. I don't know. But I got a couple stocks, man. There's a 3x XPY. It's like every bull run it does a 3x no matter what. It's really sick. You know what else caught my eye? The SOXL with semiconductors. It's making a lower high from 2024, which is also bearish. But there's a 3x technology ETF. It's like every time the S&P hits the 200-week moving average, this thing does a 4x off the low. So this is probably better than Bitcoin at this point. Yeah, Bitcoin sucks now. I'm done. It's sad, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Chad? I appreciate the 2. What's an IRA? I don't even know. It's like a thing where you can add money and don't pay taxes or something, but you can't take it out until you're getting ready to die anyway. So I gotta start my own little fake 401k. The issue with stocks is, do you trust these platforms to hold your money? Brother, I've been trading my coins on Chinese Ching Chong exchanges. I'm gonna I'm gonna trust a fucking regulated corporation to hold my money. Look at all these people on YouTube and Twitter. Oh, don't trust the banks. Don't trust BlackRock. They want your Bitcoin. 5 years later, I'm selling all my Bitcoin for the ETF. They're all full of shit, bro. It's all... If BlackRock wants your Bitcoin, they'll just hack your computer and take it from you. It's all rubbish. Individual retirement account. Yeah, but isn't there a rule where you can't take it out until you're 67 or something? I think Robinhood has like a 2% match or something. What's 2% of $100? $2? That's not bad. Binance froze all my money. Yeah, Binance is a Chinese exchange, bro. You can't say the issue with stocks is do you trust these platforms to hold your money? And then your follow-up reason is Binance, the founder was in prison. No, come on, man. You got to come up with something better than that. Do you trust the regulated company that's on the New York Stock Exchange? Why would you trust them? I put my money on a Chinese exchange where the founder was in prison for fraud, money fraud. So they're the same thing. What a gabagool, babushka. Like Sam Bankman-Fried. Binance is Chinese, is it? Isn't Changpeng Zhao Chinese? $59.5. Come on, man. I'm not waiting that long. I'm not American. I have to hold my stocks on. They don't have a stock market. Where's Romario? Where are you from? Rome or Romania? Like King of Chaos? King of Chaos lives in Romania with the cockroaches. The Romanian dungeon with the cockroaches. Doesn't every country have a stock exchange? Why do you have to use Binance? What, do you live in like Africa? Doesn't Africa have a stock exchange? You're from Cyprus? I don't even know where that is. Egypt? Oh, it's in West Asia. Oh, Cyprus. Ooh, Turkey, Syria, Lebanon. I bet you there's some beautiful women down in Cyprus. Yo, I might have to take a visit. Cyprus? Nah, that probably cut. Never mind. The white man is here to invade. Cyprus. Oh, it's not in Asia. Why'd they say it was in Asia? What the hell? Oh, wait. It's giving me different. Hold on a second. Where is Cyprus? Please? It's not showing me. Okay, here it is. Yeah, it's by Turkey, Syria. Yeah, might have to take a trip there. Cyprus is a Greek country. Yeah, man. Shout out to Cyprus. There's no such thing as cockroaches in Romania. Yeah, it's an inside joke. If you guys don't know about the Romanian cockroaches, then you're not gonna get it. The Romanian cockroaches in the jail cell. Mm, mm, methodical Marcus. That's a new one. That's a new one. Methodical Marcus. I like that. For two. I appreciate the two. Pax gold. Isn't that just gold? Yeah, it's just gold, man. Oh, it broke out. Look at that. Last time we looked at this was April of 2025. It never pulled back. It just kept going. Nice. So I don't know if you're aware, but this is just gold in a scam coin. I would say bullish over 39, bearish below. As long as we're above 3,900, I would say to the moon. If it falls below 3,900, the top is in. I appreciate the two. The next stop, if the top is not in, would be $5,000 a coin. Appreciate the two. Appreciate the two. I know this is not a stocks channel. Oh, I deleted this video. This is a everything channel. But it's gonna cost you $2 if you want me to read your chat. Sorry. Imagine. Imagine I said that. West of Israel. Yeah, Cyprus sounds like a nice country. The women probably have like the towels, like in the movies, like Spartan movies. You know what I'm talking about? When they have they have the what do they call them? Why can't I think of the name? The crowns made out of grass, and they feed me the grapes, and they have the little paper fans. The white man is here. I'm just having fun, chat. Leave me alone. I got my pajama shirt. I got to shave. I got to lose 10 more pounds. Jeremiah for 5 says, I know this is not a stock channel. I got out of crypto for stocks and doing so much better. Can we look at SMX? I appreciate the 5, man. That's awesome. Happy Goyam is gambling his way to 100,000. I can't believe it. Listen, I know it's coming, bro. You're gonna get your money back, but you're greedy. So it's only a matter of time before the house wins. So please get your money and get out, because you're going to keep winning, and then eventually the market's going to say, okay, we gave him enough money, time to take it from him. And you're going to put 10K on Barcelona and they're going to lose. And then you're going to take your last 5K and bet it on red and lose. And then you're back at zero. Please, you got a lot of money back. You got to take it while you're ahead. So, SMX, I'm assuming this is the stock you're referring to because it's up 10x. Or I don't know if this is real or not because it did a stock split. But I'm not sure if this is even a legit chart, because it says it's up 100x in the last... Okay, so it's not. There's no way it's up 100x in the last 10 days. So we're going to say... from this local low at $50, you got to stay over 209, okay? If you fall below 209, there's a good chance that the top is in. And that's because stocks don't like gaps, which means if you stay over 209, you're bullish. However, a break below 209 would signal that the gap has to get filled, which is a 30% drawdown. And from the top, you would be down 70% almost. So I'm going to say bullish over 288, bullish over 209. A break below 209 will confirm the top, and a much larger move down to 150, maybe even 125. Okay. So you gotta stay over 288 and 209. As long as you do that, the next stop for this scam will be $700 to $600. Break below 209, top is in. As long as you're over 288, 700 is next, or 500. And the break below 209 and the top is in. We'll be looking for 125, in my opinion. I appreciate the 2. Appreciate the 5, actually. Appreciate the 5 from Big Boy. Thanks for spreading the wealth. My aim is to stop at 20K. I mean, bro, if you went from 8K to 20K in 1 month gambling, you might as well just do it full time. But take your money out so you can't lose. Maybe I should start gambling. But I appreciate the 5. I appreciate the 5. A toga? Yeah, toga. Ooga mooga. Ooga mooga. Alright, I don't know what else do I have to share with you? I'm not sure. I'm not sure there's much to say. We're getting the waiting game now where we just do nothing. Oh, we got some developing stories here. Oh yeah, look, we got a gray string on the bottom, chat. The last time that happened was 2023. Yeah, a blue arrow would signal not good news. We got a blue arrow on the 6th day for the first time since 2022. Barcelona's winning 5-1. Damn. Start of the bear market's boring. Hello, everyone. Oh, I knew I wanted to share something with you. Chat, today's a big fucking day, chat. That's how the fake people talk. Oh, a big fucking day. Hey, what are you doing? I hate people who talk like that, you motherfucker. Today's a big day, chat. We got a 4-day candle close. Dude, I'm telling you, today's a big day. We got a 4-day close today. If we print a red Gaussian channel, chat, the death timer begins. The last time you printed a red candle was February, or red ink. I'm not saying it's gonna print. I don't know. I don't know what has to happen for it to change colors. But if it turns red, man, it's not good. The 3-day is already red. 5-day shouldn't turn red until it's bearish. But again, I'm really thinking this is where we're at because, dude, this thing popped up to the middle line and then it turned red and then we went down. This thing popped up to the middle line, then it turned red and then we went down. Look at where we are, dude. Look at this dude. Dude, I have a feeling it's going to pop up to 104,000. Everyone's going to get excited. It's going to turn red. And then we go down. That's why if we get a 4-day candle, I don't want it to turn red. I think it's too early to turn red. That's the thing. We can't have it turn red for another couple weeks. But if it turns red, then we'll know the crash might be earlier than February. All right, something to share. I think you got a blue arrow on the 5-day. Yeah, you did. But nothing too much to point out. The median line needs to curl down for a red print. Is that what it is? Oh, is that what it is? Oh no, dude, it's getting pretty close. I hope it's not red yet. I hope it turns red at the end of December. And then the 5-day will turn red at the end of January, and then February we go down. March we break the low, April we crash, and May is the bottom. June, July, August we bounce, September, October is the bottom. The bull run starts again. I'm telling you, it's gonna be quick, man. It's gonna be really quick. I'm preparing for the worst, which is the YouTube channel dies. So, I mean, look, we're already 3 months in and we're down to 150 viewers. So, I would imagine sometime in January or February we'll probably be down to 120 viewers. But I just need to make it to February, I think. I'm preparing for the worst. Because MicroStrategy already turned red on the 3-day. I don't think it should turn red on the 4-day. It's too early. Yo, what if we don't get the bounce, man? It's gonna ruin everything. What if it just goes straight down? Look, it's saying it's already bearish, though. That's the problem. That's the problem. The problem is we're not bouncing. So if this prints a red 4-day, we got a big problem. It can't be, man. It can't be. Am I looking at this wrong? Are we gonna crash in January? Yeah, you know what? I added a couple more time frames. There's a 13-day time frame too. Even this is in the same spot. You bouncing off the top of the channel. Nah, we should get a bounce, man. We should get a bounce. There's no way we're going down from here, right? Am I looking at the wrong chart? Is anyone seeing a crash in January? Am I not seeing it? Everything I see says February. But there's a couple of things that are telling me January is not impossible. I just don't want it to be in January. What a waste of brain cells. What do you mean? You'll be in California next week? I don't know. This guy's comments are a little negative, honestly. I'm reading them over the weeks. I'm reading them over the weeks. Every stream, this guy Vegeta calls me Wojak, and then he says Ben Cohen is the best crypto influencer. The rest need to start learning from Ben. And then Ben said we're gonna go back up for Ethereum, and we never did. So you're the Wojak, you fat fuck. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Vegeta's pretty negative, man. He might be on the ban list. He's on the ban watch list. Ban that fool. Now, I can't tell if he's a troll or not. I'm assuming he's not a bad guy, but some of his remarks are inappropriate for sharing. Scroll, show us the later date chart. What do you mean? There's nothing left. MicroStrategy became a Bitcoin stock back here. Oh, SpongeBob. You don't want an echo chamber in here? That's the worst. I don't even know what an echo chamber is, man. You're allowed to be here and you're allowed to disagree, but you're not allowed to be negative. There's so many dude, the majority of my chat, look at the chat. Look at the poll. 64% of the viewers voted bull run. Even though I'm spending every stream showing you potentially reasons why it's over, nobody cares. That's okay. It's not insulting to me. You're allowed to disagree with me as long as you're polite. I don't have a problem with that. Been a long... Nah, I ban people every day. I just don't say it. If I actually ban someone, I don't read their comment out loud. I just ban them. Liquidated everyone and offered 50p. I'm just negative because I tried to warm. I mean, you've been negative for like 3 years, brother. What do you mean you tried to warm? Yo, every single comment you actually type is negative for like the last year. Yeah, you used to be positive. You live in Canada? Nah, you've always been mean to me. Now that you buy it, we get a 5-year bear market in the stock market. And he's only contributed $2 in his whole time here. Wait, this guy asked me a long time ago, how do you know the top's in October? I haven't been paying attention. What happened to what happened in crypto the last 2 weeks? I was in Japan. When did you go to Japan? When did you go to Japan, fat boy? Major General Tao for 2 says could be January and February. I appreciate the 2. I think it's February and March, but if we don't get the relief rally, it might be January and February. I'm not disappointed that we're not bouncing. I'm actually glad we're not bouncing, because if it's a bear market, we can only go up to 100,000. That's why we're not getting the rally, because the market knows we can't go up that high. So I like what I'm seeing. This is what I want to happen. Because I was feeling the FOMO a little bit. I'm like, bro, why are we going back up so fast? But now that we pulled back, it slowed down. So now the FOMO is gone. But I think if we don't go up soon, I'm going to get bear FOMO. Where it's like, what if it just goes down without anyone getting in. You know? That's why I think we kind of got to move up in January. We don't have to go up in December because it's bearish. You don't have to go up in a bear market. But if we don't start moving up in January, we might not get the relief rally. It might just fall flat and go to zero. But I don't see that happening either. Like, how many people are just... Yeah, I guess you could say the same thing. How many people are waiting to get out? Yeah, what if it doesn't bounce? Nah, it's gonna bounce, dude. It's gonna bounce. I have faith. Major General Tao for 2 says negative or positive or dirty lenses to view. What does FM mean? I appreciate the 2, man. That's awesome. I appreciate the 2. I mean, listen, there's a difference between disagreeing with someone and being negative. I've banned every single person that's negative. The only one who I haven't banned yet is Non-Ngoyan. And I don't know if he's going to even make it through the market cycle, honestly. I'd be shocked if he makes it through. But Vegeta is on the list. I thought he was a nice guy for some reason, but I'm reading his comments and everything he says is negative for the last like 3 years. So I don't know how much longer he'll be here. Which if you're contributing to society, then there's no problem, but why put up with negative comments if it doesn't get any money, yeah? But he doesn't seem like a bad guy. You could just tell he's a little bit negative. Yeah, everything he says is bad. This is why I say, why are you gambling in the poorhouse? That's not bad. Please tell me why you fools still gambling in the poorhouse. Has being negative after 7 years not enough? Now my computer's frozen. Yep. All right, that's enough giving the guy spotlight. Next pleb. Don't ban me, I have a family. 65% of the chat says the bull run's not over. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like how my tree in the background is making me blue. I don't like that. I'm blue, da boo dee da boo da. Remember that song? I have to check out Cyprus. Maybe my wife lives in Cyprus. I appreciate the 2. Do I gotta take a flight down to Cyprus? Cyprus. Brown hair. Yeah, what's his name? Chaos King's got it made, dude. He's in Romania. 2 RAM sticks cost 1K. That's sick, dude. I buy RAM for like 30 bucks. 4 gigabytes. I hope we can make decent profit next bull run. You haven't seen him in a while. Seen who? Chaos King? Chaos King is here all the time. Doge for 5 says, good afternoon. I appreciate the 5, man. That helps out a lot. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, the chat revenue wasn't too bad today. But the views are really starting to tick down, dude. That's how you know it's getting really bad. Seriously, the fact that the views can't even breach 200 now. Chat, just accept your fate, alright? It'll be quick. The faster you swallow the pill, the better off you'll be, I'm telling you. I mean, bro, look at this shit. The faster you accept your fate, the better off you'll be. Alright? I mean, look. Dude. This indicator made a lower low for the first time. Even though we made a higher low. So all the moon boys are saying, look, you're making higher lows, it's bullish. We just made a lower low on this indicator, even though it's a higher low again. The last time that happened was 2021. You made a higher low in price, but a lower low, and then it was done. Here too. Not exactly, because I think these are lower lows. Chat. Vegeta for 5. Vegeta for 5 says, I'm salty because I told you about this exact outcome, but you never listened and just laughed. More mad with myself for not listening to my own gut. I appreciate the 5, I think. I appreciate the 5. It's alright, you can say whatever you want as long as you send me $5. So I'm not mad at you. I appreciate the 5. Yeah, I didn't listen to myself either. I said to get out back here and I didn't listen. So now we worry about the next play. But I appreciate the 5. Now you can stay here for another couple months and then you gotta send me another $5. But I appreciate the 5. I was just under the impression that you were a good guy, but you're just a bad guy. You're a bad guy that has nowhere to go. I guess that's a good way to describe it. You're a lost sheep that got poisoned and you need somewhere to go. You know how like the animals get abused? Yeah, that's I'm not laughing at the abused animals, but you know how if you adopt an abused animal it like bites you, but it still needs somewhere to go? That's what this guy is. He's been chewed up and spit out by the market for so long. So he takes it out on me, even though the market destroyed him. That's all right. For $5, you could say whatever you want. No, that's not true. As long as it's PG. I appreciate the 5. You just read bits and pieces of it? Yeah, you literally said nothing all stream, and then you said, I haven't seen him in a while. That was the last thing you said. So because I have a 200 IQ, I know what you're talking about, but you don't understand crypto meowuses. Can you hear me? You're not understanding this because you're still young, so your brain hasn't fully developed yet. The guy that you're talking about comes here every single day. He comes here every single day. He's never missed a stream. He misses a stream sometimes. I ban him every single day. He makes a new account. He takes my profile picture, makes it his profile picture. He joins, copies and pastes the same message, and then I ban him. Then he makes another account the next day, makes my profile picture, then I ban him. He says the same thing every day for the last 3 years, 2 years. You just don't see it because I ban him fast, but he's here every day. The only reason he made your name was because he was bored. And remember, he was here for like 2 weeks and we tried to let him be friendly, but he couldn't be. So I banned him again and now he's toxic again. He's here all the time. But he doesn't use your name anymore because I guess he doesn't like you that much. But he trolls a lot of guy. He trolls a lot of people. It's not just me. I guess I'm his favorite, which kind of is flattering. I can't commend him because obviously if you do that with your life, it's probably not going that well. But those people have like a mental illness where they don't realize their life is decomposing until it's too late. Maybe they never realize it, but I don't know if he's gonna like he did the same thing to Lord Narwhal. He took Lord Narwhal's name. I don't think he's gonna do that anymore because he just likes me so much that he wants to comment and pretend to be me. But he doesn't do it to just me because he does it to other YouTubers as well. But I think I'm his favorite because I see him commenting in other people's live streams, like with my profile picture. So maybe he likes me and I don't know, but he comes here all the time. I ban him. Did you just call Meow young? Yeah, I think he is young. You can tell he's young by the sparkle in his eye when he goes to Disney World. You can tell how old someone is if they still have the sparkle in their eye. Maybe one day I'll get mine back. I think I will. Just not now. But I think I'll get it back. Yo, my English is terrible. Methodical Marcus. Why can't I read? Methodical Marcus for 10. Big Short starts 312. Oh, he's typing in gibberish. It's 12/31/2025. I appreciate the 10. I hope not. I really appreciate the 10 though. It helps out a lot. Times of despair. All right, the chat revenue did good today. Thank you very much for keeping the lights on. Is it possible that the top is in December and we go down January, February, March, April? I don't want that to be the case. We'll see if the Gaussian channel turns red. If the Gaussian channel turns red on the 4-day time frame, it's possible the crash is in January. Because MicroStrategy is kind of behaving like the crashes in January. Because it's not bouncing. But it's not going to bounce unless Bitcoin bounces. So if Bitcoin doesn't bounce, then we're fucked. That's why I need us to bounce, because the Gaussian channel for MicroStrategy is green or it's red on the 3-day time frame. But after it turned red, you bounced for 50 days. But we've already started bounce. Like this has been red now for 27 days, Anon. So 57 days is the end of December. That's what you just said. So it's like, is the crash going to be in January? I'm starting to get nervous. What if the crash is in January? That's why the 4-day really shouldn't turn red, but if it does, it's going to ruin everything. Another reason why it could be is because Bitcoin divided by SPY is super bearish, man. Oh no. Bitcoin divided by SPY is super bearish. Yeah, same thing happened. It turned red here. 44 days that we started crashing. Yeah, this is the middle of January. But we got to go to 2018 too. We can't just look at 2019. Yes, similar 50 days. Maybe. Yo, if we don't even get the bounce, man, that would be pitiful. Bitcoin divided by SPY. Okay, if it prints red on the 5-day, then you'll know it's really bearish. Do you guys really think we're not going to get the bounce? What if we don't? What if we don't? But I appreciate the 10 from Methodical Marcus. What if we don't, dude? Winners Media for 2 says, can you check Turbo? I sold Jesus. So you sold one shitcoin for another. Yo, the chat revenue did good today. I appreciate all the handsome young men stepping up to the plate. Turbo's done, bro. I hope you didn't buy Turbo. What'd you say? You sold Jesus? Bro, Turbo's done, man. It broke the 382 and then went to the 618, but I never drew another line. Now on the flip side, you got to see Turbo stay over the 618 in the other direction, because you're already at the 382. So if it holds 21, savage, it is still bullish. But a break below 21 savage and you're going down to 17 and younger is illegal. So if you stay over 17, you stay out of jail. If you fall below 21, you're a savage. But if it's over 21, we're bullish. All right. Next stop will be 34. Break below 21, no drinking allowed. Break below 17, you're going to jail with Chris Hansen. So bullish over 21, bearish below. Appreciate the 2. January, February, old season. You've never had an old season when we've broken all the moving averages. It would be the first time in history. ETH-BTC looks like it wants to run soon. It looks like it's doing a flat line staircase. Yeah, it could be here though too, dude. Look. There's no way of knowing. You know? Like it looks like it's flat and then it just starts going down again. But look, even here. Look at this dude. Look. Look at this dude. Yo, chat. How do we know we're not doing this? Yes. Look at this dude. Dude. Oh my God. Look at the crash. It says February. Look at this dude. Yo, you even got the little candle right here. I don't know. I don't know, man. I think if we don't rally in January, dude. If we don't if we don't make a new high, if we don't go up by January, we might not be going up. I'm giving it until January. Right now? Right now, there's no panic because December should be bearish if it's a bear market. But we need a relief rally in January, man. Because if you think about it, if our top was in October, in 2022, the relief rally started in January. So our bottom this time was in November. So December, January, February would be January, February, March, right? The bottom in 2022 was in June, so our bottom should be in May. Our move down started in April. So our move down, so we would be here. Then this is January, and this is February. This is March. This is April, and this is May. And that makes sense because this is August again, and August is supposed to be bullish this year. Yeah, and then September we go down, October is the bottom, and then the bull run starts in December. I like that. I like that. I think we're right here. Even if you cut this out and make it shrink. Let's see. Yeah, it says beginning of February. We just gotta shrink it down. It could be this simple, where we don't spike up to 100K until the last second. Right? You think we can get this? I mean, that's what it's looking like, man. We don't spike up to 102 until the very last second. And then we roll over. It could be. Where's your... Let me see something. Hold on. March 3rd. Yeah, this could be it here. Could be. Could be, chat. This could be what we're looking for. Maybe we're not getting a big bounce. We just go back to 100K. And then, yeah, maybe it's that simple, dude. Because MicroStrategy's doing the same exact thing. And then if the bottom is in May or June, they swap out that guy, Powell. Bottom for MicroStrategy is 80 bucks. There's someone in the chat that says 45. That's way too low. Nah, this is beautiful, dude. If we get this exact move, oh my gosh, there's no way, right? I mean, it's grinding up slow. So if we're stuck at 240 in February, that's it. 80 bucks in March. Yeah, I look so yellow. That's why I don't like this lighting. It makes me look so yellow. Look at my teeth, how yellow they are. That's not the real lighting. It's because the light in the background makes everything off. I have to like saturate it. See? Look at this dude. I look like the Grinch. Look at this dude. Oh, I guess that's not bad. That's not bad at all. What the hell? It's fine. Alright, Chad, that'll do it for today. You can jump around all you want to get there. Bottom's at 0. Alright, chat. Nice little stream today. Chat revenue was not bad at all. I do appreciate the support. As always, none of this is financial advice. You gotta do what's best for you. I'm not gonna promote my food channel today just because yesterday I promoted it and nobody subscribed. So instead, we're gonna promote the food channel. If you could, please turn your attention to the chat for just one moment. If you're not subscribed to the food channel, we do upload twice a week. We posted the best item at Taco Bell if you want to give it a look. We're trying to get to 600 subscribers by Christmas, even though that's not going to happen. The views are dwindling down because people are losing interest because it's bearish. But overall, we're trying to get to 600 subscribers. And that is another Taco Bell food review. Thanks for watching. Bye.